On Friday this week, I was in an art gallery in Glasgow. I put up a video of what happened because at lunchtime there was an organ recital, and the first piece he played, I suddenly realised, was "You'll Never Walk Alone." Everybody stopped and gathered and listened, and it was a really special moment at the end of an emotional week. I remember my very first football match. The first football match I ever went to see was at Anfield. I remember throwing the ball back to Steve Nicol. It must have been about 1986, 87. And even then, of course, "You'll Never Walk Alone" was a stadium anthem. But no one, of course, could have ever have predicted just what depth of meaning those words would take on after the events of that April day in 1989. Me, like so many, I've been really moved by the news this week and the emotions it's provoked, you know, the anger and the sadness, but also that huge admiration for ordinary people fighting against the odds and never giving up. I was really struck hearing that song on the organ. As I was listening to it, the words came back to me, and particularly that line, "Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone." It was as if I was hearing it afresh, and it really hit me, particularly for me as a Christian. But of course you don't have to be religious to see it in this way, because I suddenly realised, if anything is a hymn for our modern age, then this is it, because it's about that word, you know, that is kind of common to all of us. It's that word hope that just is somehow so important and so vital to who we are as human beings. Just the day before I heard that organ playing that song, I put another video up I had the opportunity to interview Colin Chambers, who was an amazing guy who'd been chaplain to Nelson Mandela, and I hadn't realised until now how much those two videos link, because Colin was reminding us all of one of Nelson Mandela's most famous sayings, which is, "It always seems impossible until it's done." There we go again, hope. And it just struck me that just how important that belief is, that belief that cannot be killed, that belief that says, however dark the night, the dawn will break, however deep the injustice, good can still win. And to think of whatever we're facing, and to know, to believe that change can come. Walk on with hope in our hearts.